Hi, this is Jess. Welcome to my channel, Buried in Ink. Today I wanted to do a quick revisit to my December ink palette that I created at the beginning of the month. We're now at the end of December, and I have taken that palette and inserted it into my December journal, which I'm showing here. This is an 8x8 journal by Archer and Olive. And I've taken the sheets that we did for that palette and just inserted them in here. So if you remember from my last video, these are sheets of 52 GSM Tomoe River paper that I've just pasted directly into my journal. So this is kind of just a quick look at what I did with those inks. I treated it a little bit like I think folks do for 30 Inks 30 Days, where I've gone and done like a full page for each one. And I think it turned out really beautifully. It gives a little bit better idea of what the inks look like in a larger writing sample. I used the exact same tools that I did to do the palette. So in here I used a glass dip pen from Fire Spider, and I used 52 GSM Tomoe River paper for these pages as well. So this spread, show it a little closer, we had Snowfield by Dominant Industry. Really, really beautiful shimmer in here. And Frontenac Blue by Ferris Press, one of my absolute favorite inks. It's a really beautiful teal. And I love seeing these two together. Next up we had Han Bit by Colorverse and Plume by Vinta. Another two really gorgeous inks. I love them again together. I love that Plume kind of brings out the periwinkle purples that are in Han Bit. It's definitely a little bit more on the blue side, but I love that it brings out that nice purple. And you might have noticed I'm using Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol because this was for December. I just wanted something to use for my writing sample and thought this one would be fun for the month. Next up we had Swan Lake by Van Dieman's and the Purple Jade Rabbit by Ferris Press. To create these larger swatches, unlike the palette that I did, I used the spoon method, which I've seen a lot of folks use, where you basically just use an eyedropper to put some ink directly on the page and then use a spoon to kind of splotch it around, and I think it makes a really beautiful effect. Next, and I never know how to say this, but we have Winter of Mudeung by Colorverse and Aurorealis by Ferris Press. And Winter of Mudeung is one that just kind of, it sat a little bit in my collection, and one of the nice things about doing a full page of writing like this is that it really makes me want to use these inks more. You can see more of the qualities of the ink, and it just really makes me want to ink this up in a pen. So Aurorealis is an interesting one. I'm not sure if I talked about this in my other video, but it kind of has a duochrome shimmer. So from one angle it looks gold, and the other angle it's purple or pink. And I love that purple pink shimmer. It's absolutely gorgeous. Normally this color would be a little too dark for me, but the shimmer makes it all worth it. The next ones are the non-shimmer inks, and these two I'm obsessed with together. I think they're a really, really gorgeous pairing. So we have Winter Pine by Dominant Industry and Dancing Time by Ferris Press. So Winter Pine is pale, but I think you can see here that at least with a dip pen, and I think with maybe like a medium or a bold nib, it's definitely still quite legible. And Dancing Time, such a pretty ink. And I love that you actually get a little bit of, I don't know if I would go so far as to really call it chroma shading, but you kind of see some more of the other colors coming out. There's some blue where the ink pools. So next we have Colorverse. So we have A, C, and C and A Lib, Cancer, and Libra. That pale blue and kind of muddy purple. Both really, really nice winter shades. And then lastly, we have Kuri, which was part of the Sailor Manyo line, and Moonlit Veil, which was a Colorverse 2024 Color Vent color. And Kuri is so interesting. In larger splotches like this, you get so many different colors. There is a ton of purple and yellow in this ink, whereas the writing sample, I hope you can see this, is really more of a beige. And personally, I actually like the writing sample color better, but I absolutely love that it's so interesting in larger swatches, and I think that a lot of folks would love using this for artwork. And then Moonlit Veil is just a really nice gray. It's kind of pale, but it is still very, very legible. I think this is one that people would really love using, even for like work. So those are my last two for December. I still have plenty left. I'm going to use an entirely new journal for every single month, and then I'll go back to these for next year. So December 2026. We'll start here, and I should be able to fit a good few years into each one of these. I look forward to seeing you for my January palette.